I see you growing, man. I see you rocking out in there. You was feeling it. You like this. Antoinette was sitting next to me like, yo, he into it so much. I want to get out there and start. You know what I mean? He was killing that shit. Yo, absolutely.
Yes. We got legends. Tracy Lee.
Hey, man.
Party time.
I'm just
legends
innocent
in the
bystander,
joint,
man. I'm just an innocent bystander.
Yeah, you know it is. Yeah.
This the future over
You
here,
know what I'm
man.
saying? So we here in Engine Room Studios, man. It was a crazy night. Real slick, very intimate, very private. You say you got DJ Parlay, all right, always in the building holding it down. Yes. So, fellas, it was a great night, man. So let's let the people know who we looking at, man. We're looking at the future. We know.
Absolutely.
We hear that all night. We look at the future.
Absolutely.
But let us know who the future is, bro.
The future on the artistic side is my artist ArtXXIII, who's at my extended left. I am Music Matisse.
That's my man ArtXXIII, right?
ArtXXIII, man. Y'all follow me on all social media.
Absolutely.
Y'all get that project. It's art on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out.
Dig.
In the center, I got Ojizz, super producer from the DMV.
You know, Ojizz,
Tell your friends about me.
Alright.
Absolutely. And then again, I am Music Matisse, owner of Forward Motion Management Media LLC.
All right. So we got projects dropping. 2019 is a real beautiful year for hip hop.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people say what they want to say, but listen, we're not going to judge nobody. We give it up for all the genres that come through, whatever, because they all make the music. Even they're going to inspire us to be the best or the worst of us, right?
Right.
So you put it in. So now, brother, you done put these two together. Let me know how this fusion happened, because I heard this song right here for the first time. I'm like, woo, that boy got it. The boy got it. Listen, anybody say he doesn't?
He does have
He got it. He working with Ojizz. It's automatic. So let me know how it happened.
Actually, Art and I were introduced through Tracy Lee.
Okay.
Tracy and I go back at least 25 years. My background in the music industry, I've worn a plethora of hats. I'm the guy that nobody knows, but everybody knows it's in the room. Okay. Magazine editor, manager, etc. Your favorite ghostwriters. Okay. Started Forward Motion about 2 years ago. Got into the business well over 25 plus years ago, doing independent promotions, marketing. Labels that inspired me to do what I'm doing now as far as Forward Motion is concerned, I go back to what I call a Mount Rushmore. That's Suave House, Tony Draper. That's Rap-A-Lot, Jay Prince. Okay. That's Eazy-E. Ruthless Records, Master P, No Limit. That's my Mount Rushmore.
Y'all getting a history lesson right now.
Okay, and if you don't know who those guys are, hit your phones, Google, and find out.
Yes,
you
please.
should know your craft very well. You should know the people that carved out the path for you. But what brings us to present day, all the artists I had worked with before, indirectly and directly, when it came down to art, it was a different type of vibe. I like what I heard lyrically. I like the fact that he's fresh, he's new. He takes me back to an era that some people say are bygone, but I just think the cycle's kind of regurgitating.
Say it again. Say that one more time.
Yeah, he takes me back to an era that I think that, is coming back around. A lot of people say it's bygone. I don't think it's bygone. I think things just go in cycles. I look at him and I know what I saw in New York at a certain period in the 90s. I'm leaving names out because I want him to grow and become his own artist, but I knew what I saw in him. But if you look around the country right now, you look out on the West Coast, you got G Perico. To me, that's the branch that DJ Quick started, and it's extended, and that's what we want to see. That's a beautiful thing. I look down in South Carolina, and I see Gutter Fan, my man AG, shouts out to you, album No Mercy. That's the next No Limit Records, in my opinion. I look down at Houston and Tennessee, in my opinion, two major cities that have been vastly underrated. It's a plethora of artists, music, innovation, independence, you name it, both of those cities are there. And that's not hating on nobody else. That's just recognizing what's in those particular areas. My man, Young Bill of Rap Sumo, KPFT Radio, shouts out to him. We got something real special coming out of H-Town that a lot of people are going to be surprised when it happens. But I guarantee you, it's going to make your ears feel like they having an orgasm.
So Jizz, what you feel about this collaboration? Because working with different artists, we know the game. Listen, we've been around this game. You're a young cat, but you've been in this game. It's not always easy working with people, personalities, this, that, and the third. How was this collaboration, bro?
Man, we got stuff.
We got a lot of history.
Yeah.
Like a lot of history.
Yeah.
It first started. We had a group. It was 4 other young brothers or whatever, and they actually went to school with each other.
Okay.
Yeah,
One day they came down to the crib, I think y'all was on spring break or something.
Yeah,
Or y'all just happened to come down.
Yeah, we was on a break or something, and
Yeah, it came down to the crib. I was already working with another artist. Shout out to my man Reggie Street. He brought them down to the crib, and he was like, "Yo, they rap," trying to get him in the real studio environment. I was like, "All right, let me see what's up. What's going on with him?" So, out of all of them dope. Don't get me wrong, all of them dope. You feel me? And especially his voice, like it was a certain cadence to his voice that was just like out of this world. And I was like, "Yo, hold up."
It took you somewhere.
Hold up. And so later on, the group did pretty good for a while. Poor management choices. Later on down the road,
Business.
you know how it go. Life.
Business.
Yeah. We made the best out of it though.
Made the best of it.
Open for Kendrick, XXL,
Right.
man.
XXL magazine.
Yeah,
Top,
Let them know just in case they don't know. What you say, baby boy?
Feel me?
You open for who?
We done did that. Open for
yeah.
Kendrick.
You understand?
UD, you know what I'm saying? That's,
Yeah.
We
In front
been
of
there, done that,
5,000
but
people,
so we
sold
had
out,
good
packed,
experience. It was all positive. Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about Art is, he, like I said, he's a standalone.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like some people just have to get away from that pack. He's one of those guys. He shines on his own. I mean, you don't need nobody else around him. Like he shines on his own, and that's coming out now. What you just saw out there, that's art. Like that's the real art. You feel me? Like I was telling Marv, like years ago, he would always be in the background. A voice like that shouldn't be in the background.
Right.
It's a new day and age now, and this voice needs to be heard, and that's what's going on right now.
Right.
So that's why y'all experiencing art.
So Art, this collaboration with Young Jizz, your management, and that's what management does, you know what I'm saying? The management, kind of the orchestration behind the scenes, make sure you get the best of the best of the best of the best. So he bring you Young Jizz, you know what I'm saying? Ojizz, the great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
right. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
right?
That actually was my whole name.
Yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah,
How I know. See, because
yeah,
this
we
is
did,
organic. We
yeah.
know what we know.
right,
Artists
right.
know artists. You know what I'm saying? This ain't real, no real.
Yeah,
Artists know artists.
Word.
You know what I mean? So now you with Young Jizz. You know what I'm saying? What was that? What was that? That first meeting when you first heard that first beat, and you knew that moment. What was that moment you knew? Like, nah, me and my man gonna do something great. When was that moment?
So I mean, like honestly, like you said, like I met his man. He my man. He my bro now, whatever. But his name Reggie Street, and I met him in school, and he was taking rap serious. Like so, they had already been in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about Ojizz or whatever, but I just knew that he was actually going to a studio and rapping on original beats and shit. I had never been in that because I was just playing around with the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So we would make songs or whatever and play around, just recording just on a laptop, you know what I'm saying? No mic or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? And then we was doing that though, like consistently. It was the niggas in the group, my man Gino, and then Slim would come up from, you know what I'm saying, wherever, come check us, and we do some songs together. And then my man Ford, nigga was nice at basketball, but he could rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was playing around. Next thing you know, we was like, yo, we gonna call ourselves Sigma Fly. We made a little group. Then next thing you know, Reggie linked us with Jizz. We went to the studio, you know what I'm saying? And that's the rest is history, honestly. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I probably got like 200, 300 songs, and like 150, 200 is produced by this man. Right?
Hey, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
So Reggie, how'd you know? So Reggie, how'd you know that Young Jizz? Because sometimes you the artist. You listen. Management are artists too. Right?
Absolutely.
Because you can't manage an artist if you're not an artist. You gotta kind of think and feel like an artist. I think do they think some people miss that, man?
I think this is Music Batiste. I think some people do miss
Music
that,
Batiste, I'm
and
sorry,
they don't understand. Nah, it's cool, dog. They don't understand that
Music
you
Batiste.
have to have a
Music
certain
Batiste,
type of
forgive me.
vision.
Music Batiste,
That's
get
right.
it right.
Follow me on IG.
Music
Forward Motion
Batiste.
Management.
Urban
Music
Washington,
underscore
we
Batiste.
make sure we make all corrections and contractions.
My man.
Music
My man.
Batiste, get it right.
Amen.
But whoever Reggie is, shout out to you too. But this Music Batiste.
Exactly.
But this Music Batiste.
Reg, what's up? Peace to you, Reg. But nah, seriously though, he is, to me, I've listened to a lot of artists. I've heard a lot of artists over the years. In this game, like I know, as long as you've been in it, we've been in it the same amount of time. It was something distinctive. It was something unique. I think this current project is awesome, and I'm not just saying it because it's our project. In the studio, he's a force to be reckoned with. Like it didn't take us a lot of time. I was surprised when you heard him just say that he had 150 to 200 songs. I was surprised at the stuff this man had recorded before he even knew who I was.
A lot of practice.
And we driving in the car one day, and he's throwing stuff out, and I'm like, "Who's that?" He's like, "Oh, that's me." And he's telling me it's 3, 4, 5 years old. This particular project, make sure you tell everybody you know, if they love hip hop, if they love lyricism, if they love thought-provoking lyrics, make sure every single stream of social media, every platform, go check out Art. Tell your friends, tell your boys, tell your homies, tell people you don't even like. If you got somebody you hate them, you walking down the street instead of cursing at them, say go check out Art. Okay, ArtXXIII. All right, follow him on IG, follow him on all social media platforms. Same thing with me.
Dude.
Trust me, if you love music and you love hip hop, you won't be disappointed in what you hear.
Dope. So you already know it is. Follow ArtXXIII. Of course, follow my man Ojizz, doing things crazy, super producer on the rise. If you don't know, you better know. Ojizz is crazy, but right now, he's the mastermind behind that crazy fire ETU that's taking him around the country on the ETU tour. That's why we're here in New York. We was in Brooklyn at Amachi last night, tearing it down. So just keep watching. You already see it. Forward motion.
There you go. All day. Get used to that name, because trust me,
they got the squad with them. They got the camera crew, the photographers, videographers. Forward motion is in forward motion. With my man Art right here. You already know Urban Wall Street behind the scenes on the camera. Follow Urban Wall Street, IG, LinkedIn, all that. Download the app, Urban Wall Street. That's right. We doing apps. We got websites, but we got to have apps too.
Absolutely.
Download the Urban Wall
That's
Street
coming.
app and then follow this right here. You're going to see this on Urban Wall Street real quick. Exclusive interview right here with my peoples.
Thank you for your time, man. We appreciate you,
No
brother.
doubt, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Urban Wall Street. Holla at him.
Yeah.